More sunshine with highs near 60 and lows of 40. I'm Lisa Marie with your Beaver County weather.
On this Tuesday, April 7th of 2026 at 34 minutes after 11, we've got a temperature of 34 degrees with partly cloudy skies currently in Beaver County. That's a look at the news for now. I'm Noah Haswell on 99.3 FM, AM 1230 WBVP, 95.7 FM and 1460 AM WMBA. Also streaming live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
Weekday mornings were meant to drive in the fast lane. It's Frank Sparks on Beaver County Radio.
All right, we're back here on Driving the Fast Lane. It's 11:35, and joining us now in studio is Gibson McCracken. He's from Flick Financial, and we're going to talk a little bit about a new event that's going to be happening in Beaver County called Beaver County Launch. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Pretty well.
Good. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do at Flick Financial.
Yeah, so I am a financial planner at Flick Financial. I grew up right here in Beaver County. Beaver Falls area. I went to Beaver County Christian School, then Geneva College, spent a little bit of time over in Ohio, and then moved back here 4 years ago, and I would be surprised if I ever move out again. So that's a little bit about me.
Okay. Well, tell us this new event. This is going to be the first year for it, right? Beaver County Launch. Tell us a little bit about it.
So it's being held at Blackhawk High School on April 27th, Monday morning, bright and early, 8:30 start. It'll go through about 10 o'clock, and it's primarily a speaking event. So we have a main speaker, Dale Alexander. He's a certified financial planner, and he has about an hour-long presentation. And this is not how to open a bank account or how to calculate your taxes. It is grabbing young people by the collar, so to speak, and motivating them to make good financial decisions early on before they even get their first real paycheck. It's not an approach where they're already in a crisis. It's let's teach them and get them motivated before. So we have I believe 10 high schools in Beaver County that are sending a bus of students, as well as the Blackhawk seniors. So
now, is this all seniors, or is it going to be different high school ranges?
It's mostly seniors, but there's going to be some juniors participating as well.
Yeah, I mean they're getting to the point where they have to start deciding what they're going to do, getting on with life after high school. Yep. Where did the idea for this event come up from?
So I've always thought that this is a topic that's needed for young people, and I love Beaver County. The idea never formulated until I became familiar with Dale and his presentation. I saw it. I saw the impact that he's had, and I just thought, we got to get this guy up here to Beaver County. He's from Georgia, and so that's really where the idea took off, and I think I've always thought that if Beaver County is going to move forward, we need young people who are the next generation that are empowered and equipped with the right mindset around money.
A lot of people need that because as you're graduating, as you're getting to that point, you kind of don't really know what's out there for you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's for a lot of people, it's a shock once you graduate from high school, whether you're going on to a trade school, another school, or you're just going to get a job and go to work. So this is something that's good for people to be able to kind of like set them a cell where they need to go.
Yeah. One other thing I'll add, this part of the idea, the state education department is requiring a personal finance, financial literacy course requirement. That's going to go in place this upcoming school year. I think they're giving some freedom to individual school districts as far as when they make that mandatory, whether it's for their freshman class or their senior class. So I think it's stretched. My interpretation is that it's stretched out over 4 years. But that got me thinking about how do we make this requirement something that is exciting and fun and not necessarily something that we roll our eyes at.
Is this something you want to see continue in the future, or is this just a one-time thing?
Yes, I want to see it continue in the future.
Okay.
I think it's unique in that we have potentially a brand new audience every year. Mm-hmm. I would probably target it to seniors in the future, and so hopefully every year we have a new batch of seniors here in Beaver County, and I would love to see it grow even bigger. And
what would be your goal for it?
My goal
when it's all said and done
would be to have every senior in Beaver County every year participate, and for that to be at no cost to the school districts.
Well, I think with some of your partners, you're well on your way for that to do that. So, who are some of the people that are helping you be able to have this event coming up on what's the date? April the
27th.
27th.
Yep. So, the Right Promise is our main sponsor. They were Dr. Carol Sprinker is the person that really got this off the ground from my idea phase to here's who you need to know and meet to make this happen. And so that they're our main sponsor. We also have Portage Learning, which is right across the street from us at Flick Financial. They're sponsoring as well. Geneva College, Push Beaver County, Remake Learning, 3Chord, True Wealth Management in Beaver, Flourish Beaver County. Of course, Blackhawk School District is hosting this first one. They've been a huge help. It probably wouldn't have happened without them. Job Training Beaver County, they're covering basically all of the busing, which is a huge help. And then the Beaver Valley Intermediate Unit has been really helpful to pulling things together and communicating to school districts.
So what has been some of the challenges of being able to put this all together and have this event happen?
I would say the challenge is that one of the main challenges has been that I have the idea and I have the energy behind it, but I don't know all the right people to make this happen. So I've met a lot of people in the last 2 months that I would probably not otherwise have met. And so the challenge has been communicating my energy behind it and getting other people on board. That it's actually been a little bit surprising how willing people are to help. That they don't have really any personal benefit. They just want to see something like this happen. So challenge has been coordinating logistics, then communicating, pulling multiple school districts together, scheduling, things like that. So
now this is of no cost to the student?
Nope.
That's awesome.
Yeah, every student's going to get a book on their way out. The speaker, he wrote a book called The Talk, and then in parentheses, about money. And so every student's going to get a book on their way out of the event, and that is at no cost to them.
Tell us a little bit about Dale Alexander and what exactly they can expect that day.
Yeah, well, he's a very energetic, charismatic guy. He really believes in his message, and he believes in getting young people early. He's really good at communicating with young folks in a way that they can understand, and they pay attention to him. It's really easy to be glued to our phones these days, but he grabs their attention and keeps it. He's been a CFP for, I think, 30 years. He built up a business and sold it recently. He still runs the company, but he's really shifted more of his passion and focus to doing these presentations at mostly high schools, some colleges and universities, mostly down south. You'll see that he is very passionate about this topic. Back in 2023, every high school senior, graduating senior in the state of Georgia got a copy of his book, and they're doing it again this year in 2026. So this is a fairly prevalent thing down in Georgia. Not many people are aware of it up here, but.
Well, you said you saw his presentation somewhere before. Where did you see that at?
Yeah, I actually got connected to Dale through an unrelated professional connection. Okay. So we're in a similar business, and then just so happens that he's doing this presentation, wrote this book, and so a little bit of a circumstance, but I think a providential one. And so, originally it was an unrelated professional connection, and then he's also doing this presentation to young people, and I latched onto that. So
that's awesome. All right, we're visiting this morning with Gibson McCracken. He's from Flick Financial, and he is putting on an event called Beaver County Launch. It's a new event for high school seniors and there's a few juniors as well. We're going to talk a little bit more about it, and if you do have any questions, you're welcome to call at 724-843-1888 or 724-774-1888. We're going to take a very short break, and then we'll be back with more right after this here on Beaver County Radio.
After this long, hard winter, you, your car, and your payment book could use a good tune-up. This is Cindy Hiladio, again, from Friendly Federal Credit Union. Snow, salt, and potholes can wreak havoc. But for many of you, those aren't the only problems facing you and your car. Along with the vehicle maintenance, it might also be time for a payment tune-up. Refinancing your current auto loan at Friendly Federal Credit Union can make your ride more comfortable and add more miles, especially where it counts the most, in your monthly budget. Stop in and see if the auto payment tune-up technicians at Friendly Federal Credit Union can help with potentially lowering interest rates or more favorable terms, or maybe both, based on credit approval and vehicle details. It's time to shift over to Friendly Federal Credit Union and put the brakes on your old auto loan. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
The views and opinions expressed on WBVP and WMBA are those of the participants and host. They are not necessarily the viewpoint of WBVP and WMBA, its staff, management, and advertisers. Thank you for listening to WBVP and WMBA.
The birds are singing, the days are getting longer, spring is finally here in Beaver County. But when that first 80-degree day hits, will your air conditioner be ready? This is Eric 9 with Homer 9 & Sons. Spring brings a lot to look forward to, but a broken AC system is not one of them. Now's the perfect time to schedule your spring AC tune-up with Homer 9 & Sons. Proudly serving our community since 1943, we'll clean your system, test it, inspect it, and make sure it's ready before summer heat arrives. And for a limited time, get your AC tune-up for just $79. With trusted brands like Lennox and 4 generations of local experience, you can count on Homer 9 to keep your family cool and comfortable all summer long. Call 1-800-834-NINE or visit homer9.com. Homer 9 & Sons Heating and Cooling. Quality home comfort since 1943.
You're driving in the fast lane with Frank Sparks on 99.3 FM and 1230 WBVP. You can also stream live on beavercountyradio.com.
It's 11:47 in Beaver County, actually 11:48 in Beaver County. Currently sitting at 33 degrees. And we're coming to you live from the Fry Transportation Studios in Brighton Township. Expecting a high of 38 degrees today. We're visiting this morning in hour number 2 with Gibson McCracken. He's from Flick Financial, and he is putting on a pretty cool event. It's brand new. It's called Beaver County Launch, and it's going to be for high school students at the Blackhawk High School, happening April 27th. And Gibson, why don't you take us a little bit through what the itinerary for the day is going to be?
Yeah, so at Blackhawk High School, about 8 to 8:30, we got a lot of buses that are coming in, and so that'll be arrival time there in their auditorium. From about 8:30 to 8:45, we're gonna have some opening remarks from sponsors and some other people, and then roughly an hour from 8:45 to 9:45 will be the keynote. Speaker Dale will give his presentation, and then from about 9:45 to 10, some closing remarks and dismissal. And at dismissal, that's when the kids will receive their books and hopefully be motivated to read them.
So how many students in all do you have so far that are coming?
Right now, registered about 550.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
How are you going to get all those people in one place?
Well, there's under 200 Blackhawks seniors that'll already be there.
Okay.
So the rest, 350-ish, will be coming from buses. So be a little bit of a challenge, but I think it'll be spaced out enough that that we'll be able to make it happen.
Well, I think we learned last year, late in the year, as we were talking off the air, that when it came to EdFest, that we can do this and get that many people in one place at one time.
Yeah, I went to EdFest, and that was like 2,000 teachers in one room. And that was still when my idea was hardly an idea. And it got me thinking that if there's a willingness in Beaver County to do some kind of big event like this, and we can get the right people together, that we could pull something like this off. We weren't even sure if we were going to do this in the spring. We were thinking about doing it in the fall, giving ourselves more time to prepare. I presented the idea to Blackhawk, and in that meeting, by the end, they had agreed to host it, which I was not prepared for, but was great. And we were going to at least have it for Blackhawk students. We sent out the invitation to every school district in Beaver County. I had no clue if this was going to work in their schedule, if it was too short notice, and then we get these registrations rolling in. So the original plan was, let's just test this out with Blackhawk, then we'd have a proof of concept, move it and expand it beyond that. We sent out the invitation, and now we have over 500 students. So
what was the reaction of the schools? I mean, obviously with 500 it was good, but what was the reaction to most schools once you presented them with it?
Yeah, I don't have a good idea of a reaction. I think that just the registrations alone and the speed that those came in with not much time to respond, because things were moving along quickly. I think that's a sort of reaction. I think that once we have this first event done, there will be a proof of success, I'm hoping. And I think there will be a lot of motivation and energy behind doing another one for another batch of students.
Now, do you plan on having like the same speaker all the time? You gonna bring different speakers in each year, or you don't know yet? Or
I think as long as we can have Dale, it'd be great. I think he's gonna show himself to be really valuable. I think the fact that you have a new audience every year, at least as far as the students, that's I don't think they're gonna get. It's not like the same audience every year. We heard this guy last year. Like, does he have anything new to say?
Right.
I think that'll be a unique thing. But I think we have the Beaver County launch as its own event, and if we can't have Dale come back, there's other people like him that could continue with the purpose of the event.
Tell us a little bit more about, as you were getting it, because you said you put this together in a short time. A lot of the ideas came together through EdFest and then moving forward. Where did you originally start bouncing these ideas off of, partner-wise, that could help you and move you forward? So
I started with our state representative, Roman Kozak.
Roman, okay.
And I said, I have this idea. I don't know if it's a terrible one, but here's the idea. And he got me connected with Carol Sprinker.
Okay.
Presented the idea to her. I told her I don't know if this is a good idea or a really bad idea. She loved it. Then she's making introductions to the guys at Push Beaver County.
Nate, Mark.
Yep. And then Michelle McKinley at the BVIU. And the folks at Job Training, Blackhawk, she set up that meeting with them. And so I'm just jumping from person to person that I've never met before. And these people are hearing the idea, latching onto it. I mean, the Push guys were like super excited about it. They're really helpful branding the event, getting sponsors, and they didn't have to do that. They're really doing it on their own time. So Michelle McKinley, BVIU, has been really, really helpful. She was, I think, the brain and the energy behind EdFest. So she has a good mind for this stuff, and she's been really helpful with the communication to the school districts. I'm a nobody. No one knows who I am.
They do now.
And but people know
Right.
Push. They know Right Promise. They know Michelle McKinley, and so I really just relied on those people to make this happen.
We got a good group. And Roman, right off the bat, he's a former teacher, so that just right off the bat, that's right up his alley. He probably was eating it up as you guys were talking about it too.
Yep.
So that makes it cool. So one more time, throw out who all your sponsors are and everything.
Yeah, so Right Promise is our main presenting sponsor. Geneva College, Portage Learning, which they're now right across the street from Flick Financial up there in Chippewa. Remake Learning, Push Beaver County, Three Chord Wealth, Flourish Beaver County, Blackhawk School District, Job Training for Beaver County, and the BVIU.
Lots of great sponsors as well.
Yep.
So I've been working with Michelle on, they're working big too with AI in the classrooms. So we've been working a lot, talking back and forth about putting AI in the school classes and stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So to learn as well. So once again, what's the date? April 27th.
April 27th. It's a Monday morning, 8:30, Blackhawk High School.
If someone's kid or grandkid hasn't been registered yet, can they still register? Or?
That would have to be facilitated through the school
Okay.
district.
So go to their school guidance counselor or whatever and find
Yep.
out. Okay.
Someone at their school has a contact. Not every school district is participating.
Okay.
To clash with schedules, which is totally understandable. It's short notice, but I think it's 9 or 10 schools, maybe 11 in Beaver County. So yeah, if you're a junior or senior, I think it'd be good to communicate with either your principal, guidance counselor. Say, hey, is there a spot? Can I come?
Someone else wants to jump on board and be a sponsor. How can they do that?
They can reach out to me or reach out to you even. You can forward their information to me. Our website, flickfinancial.net. You can find my contact info or anyone at Flick Financial. Get in touch with me. I'll send you all the info, have a conversation. Yeah.
I got a really important question for you because everybody wants to know what's going next to you guys out in Chippewa.
It is
we were told a Dairy Queen and then it got changed, and what's going next?
Yeah,
to you guys?
the latest is a Dairy Queen.
Okay, still Dairy Queen. Okay.
Yeah, but it was apparently delayed for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they
guys
dug out that whole.
Yeah, you're like out on your own little island there now,
Yeah, we're very close to that. It's almost a cliff.
Yeah. That's still. You could, if it was nice out, you could like have some, wintertime snow. You could have some fun, maybe do a little ski jumping off of there or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. All right, well, great talking with you. Great meeting you in person. And Gibson, you're going to come back in again before the event so we can talk a little bit more about it. And other than that, again, it is Beaver County launch, and it's going on April the 27th. So we'll have more. And then tomorrow, tune in. It is Wednesday. I don't even know what we got going on tomorrow. Lots. Tune in. Start your day with Scott Tady, the Beaver County Morning Show. He'll have that for you. And then we'll be back at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Hope everybody has a great day and enjoy the rest of your day.
It's hard to even put a title on what Tom Young at First Consultants in Beaver does. Calling him a financial planner or an insurance salesman or even a life coach still doesn't accurately